what's up, guys? It's Claudio here, and we're back to Zwift Racing. I've got two races for you guys. They're not back-to-back, not in real life, but back-to-back in this video. We're starting off with this BRT Criterium. It's a 30-minute race, full gas. Everybody's in there, like the A's, B's, and C's, and D's. So this thing got really torn up. Get ready. Okay, as always, try to start off around 400. But I didn't want to overdo it, because usually I go up to like 500 or 600 accidentally. So I'm taking it easy here and sitting in. I've been getting better at this, guys. I've been getting better with practice. I'm not getting cramps. I'm starting to feel the beginning of a cramp, but I don't get the cramps anymore like I did my first 2 or 3 races of the season on Zwift. So it gets better. If you guys are out there suffering, already there's a split. You can see the split happening. But I'm trying to get in there. I'm trying to get into the front group, whatever it takes. But I'm doing like high 300s. Like, how long could I possibly do this? My FTP is somewhere like 275, 277, something like that. And this is hurting me. Heart rate is still, actually it's okay. Once you get into the 180s for me, okay, I'm already hating it. My 1 minute power, 361 normalized power for a minute. That's a lot. That's a lot for me. It's starting to slow down a little bit. But man, things are getting split up. We got people in the A's. All those A riders are hammering it. Some of them, like 300 watts is nothing. It's like not even threshold, right? So very different fitness levels here. I gotta keep pedaling. You can see it's getting into my mind is starting to fog off. I need to shake it. And it's starting to get strung out. This is a time when you gotta make it to the front group. Already there's a gap right there. You see it. I'm really trying to stay in there, but this sucks big time for me. This is only a 30-minute race. You got to go full blast. You got to make the effort. And my trainer difficulty is still like 25%, so that's helping me out. I got used to that, so I don't have to jump out of the saddle so much. Yeah, now I saw the A field. I'm with the A's right there. You see on my right? I just realized that I was with the A's. And I'm surrounded by them, right? Maybe, hey, there's a C right there. Anyways, this is not sustainable.
Right behind me.
Not sustainable for me. My heart rate is still under 180. It's a good thing. It's not totally out of control, but man, I'm suffering big time here. Over 300 watts. That's hard. That's a hard effort. I did get a good warm-up, good 25-minute warm-up. And that's important for these short races. You gotta be warmed up. So there's a lot of racing. I'm doing these races usually on Thursdays. I'm substituting one of my Trainer Road, my super hard workouts on Trainer Road for this because I wanted to really hit some high threshold, and these intervals, this interval that I'm doing, I won't sit through it on a trainer by myself with Trainer Road. It's impossible to make yourself suffer this much without any kind of motivation, like a race, right? So that's what's going on with races. They really push you. This thing is getting strung out. That's it.
Not sustainable.
I'm saying it's not sustainable. There are no power-ups in this race, whatever. I kind of like them. I like the power-ups because they give you like this element of chance that's out there in real life. In a real race, you could get a flat, you could get boxed in, you could get crashed out, right? There's a lot open to chance. So the Zwift power-ups, it's kind of it's giving you that element of chance. So I'm into it, but here there's none, so whatever, you just gotta pedal your ass off. So I'm skipping around. Now we're 20 minutes in. By the way, my 5-minute power was 322. And my 20-minute power here is 287. Wow. That's hurting. And now we're gonna get to, I'm skipping on to the end of the race. My camera died because it only goes up to about 30 minutes without starting and stopping. Anyways, you can't see me suffer, but I'll let you know. Just look at my heart rate, above 180. And this is 0.2 miles left. Guys, check it out. I mean, I was with that chase group, and now I need to put some power out now. 600 feet. Let's go. What do I have left? I'm hitting 700. Let's go. Do I get to 8? Do I get to 8? God, I've never hit 8 in a race like this. Anyways, that's the result. 67th on Zwift, and then on Zwift Power, 25th. Not bad. I'll take it. My overall normalized power was 286. Here's the next one. This is the Sprint Series Evo CC, and this is a 20-minute race. Okay, I didn't do this back-to-back, obviously. This is like the next week. Just giving you guys a recap of how these things start, if you guys are interested in this. What do I say about this race? This is all the bees. It's not split up. And so easy to understand what's happening. This one, I was all about the front group. I could stay with the front group. I'm ready to suffer. And it gets better, okay? I've been doing these pretty much every week except my recovery week. And I like it. It's low volume, okay, right? 30 minutes, 20 minutes. And afterwards, after this race, I did a 20-minute endurance just to cool down, but at actual endurance. So I did some work because I wanted to put a little bit more volume in it in my training day. But if you're doing criteriums in real life, you don't need to train super long hours. Oh crap, there's a split already behind me. If you're doing a Cat 4 or 5 race, that's a 45-minute, 50-minute tops criterium. You don't need to be doing like 12, 15 hours a week. I mean, sure, it'll help to some degree, but it's okay. Right now, I'm training like 8 to 10 hours a week. 8.5 this past week. And I'm doing strength, guys. I'm hardcore committed to strength training now. Before, I was just like noodling around. I didn't have a schedule. I didn't have a program. And I would always overdo it with the squats and the deadlifts. Like I would just go too heavy. And then the next day, it would kill me. I couldn't do any intervals. Now I'm trying this plan, Dialed Health. And they have a program. They have this program called the Road Program for road cyclists. They have like mountain bike and all this other stuff. So I'm doing the road program. It's twice a week on my easy days. So whenever I have an endurance, just an easy ride, I do the strength in the morning, then do the easy ride at night. Boom, no problems. And it's great. It's like all over, man. I'm doing like shoulders and core and deadlifts and single-legged squats and single-legged lunges. And I'm not wearing myself out. It's totally doable because how they talk about the type of weights that you do, you're not loading it up. You're not loading up the bars. You're slowly building up. For someone like me, I'm not trying to be a sprinter. I think if you're going to be a sole sprinter, then you might probably, you need to really lift heavy eventually. But for me, just to be like a complete cyclist, an athlete, like a fit, man, I feel it's been 3 weeks now. I'm now my 4th week. And I feel the difference as like just my body is like ready to take on punishment. That's what it feels like. It's like I'm strong. I'm not huge because I'm not lifting big weights. but I feel like a complete package of an athlete. Like I'm getting there. And I'm slowly going up in the weights in the legs. And it feels good. Hopefully it'll translate into some power numbers. This program is like the one I'm doing, I think it's 12. Actually, no, I think it's 24 weeks. Anyways, and then you can cycle through other programs and do it again with different kind of exercises. Follow me on Instagram if you're interested on that, because I post them all those workouts on my Instagram stories, Claudio_Fierro. Also, I've been doing track. I got into track and it's crazy. Like velodrome stuff, track. And I put a story up on my what do you call it? Reels or something, or I don't know, IGTV on my Instagram TV. It's great. It's like a couple minutes, like 5-minute long thing where I put GoPros on when we were doing scratch races and a whole thing at the velodrome in South Carolina. Man, I totally understand why people that are into track are great at sprinting. It's like the thing. It's like what you do. I mean, they have like endurance track events, but you need to be able to really crank it. And we're talking about for a good 45 seconds, you need to be sprinting, like long sprints, and also really short ones. But you need to. It's a whole thing, and they talk about cadence, and they talk about it's all about like training your cadence, and I'm just getting into it. But strength in track is huge. Like, it's all about that. Anyways, check it out. I'm going to do a video. I did a couple of scratch races. I touched the feather there. I took some video footage this last weekend. I'm going to put it up. Stay tuned. Let me know if you want to see and hear more about track racing. Really excited about that. I'm going to build a track bike, and that's coming up later this month. So anyways, let's see what the stats are. My 1 minute for this was 146 normalized. My 5 minutes was 288. My 10 minutes was 278. So a little bit less. What's happening with me? I'm got to stay in with the group. There's a gap, and I need to close this thing down. I mean, I'm dropping my power, but I need to close it. And this really stings, man. When you're doing like a threshold type of effort, and then you got to jump to 400, that hurts. Imagine doing an FTP test and then you're like jumping up. So here's a strategy. This race we had power ups. I got this truck thing. I think it means draft. And you have 3 laps every lap. So on the climb, I just skipped ahead. I used my drafting boost. But I could have kept it. A lot of people keep it for the final sprint because I don't know what I'm going to get coming around to this next lap. I'm going to get one more power up. I have no idea what I'm going to get. So I'm thinking maybe I should have used it or should have kept it for the final sprint. I'm still in the front group. I'm doing well. I'm not killing myself. Here comes the beginning of the last lap. Let's see what I get. What is it? The feather or I wish the arrow. No, I got the points, the stupid points, which is pointless. The best thing to get in this one, I think, is maybe the arrow. Or maybe the feather, because it's coming up from a hill. So this is it. This is the last, half a mile. And look, all these guys save their feathers to go up the hill. And I have nothing. And my heart rate is 180 already. And I'm got to do 400 or 500 watts. And this sucks big time. So this is the hill. And already people are breaking away. They're putting down power. I mean, those guys, they got to be doing, look on the right. They're doing 8 watts per kilo, 7, 8, some of these. And I'm just grinding away at 400. Man, this is really hard. I haven't started sprinting, but what could I possibly do after this? And here I go. I kind of go as whatever I can scrape out you know, 600 watts. And I do pass a bunch of people though. So it's not terrible. And I make it. Boom. Let's see what I get. On Zwift, I got 34th. And then on Zwift Power, I got 6th. 6th place. That's great. 6th place on Zwift. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for following my Zwift journey. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.